welcome to Padhai Se Dosti YouTube channel. In today's video session, we are going to discuss about the historiography in medieval Indian history or medieval Indian period. Okay, so in yesterday's video session, we have already discussed about the ancient historiography. Okay, under the chapter 2, that is historiography of Indian tradition. Okay, so let's begin with the historiography of this medieval period. The style of writing Rajatarangani, The History of Kashmir by Kallana in 12th century CE is quite close to the concept of modern historiography. Kallana himself says that he wrote this text after critically examining various sources like inscription, coins, remains of ancient monuments, dynastic records, and local traditions. So remember, guys, the medieval history, some books from this medieval historical period, we find the close correlation of all these books with the modern historiography. One of the example is the Rajatarangini. It is a very famous book written by this Kallana. It is a court writer of Kashmir king during 12th century CE. Okay, so this Rajatarangini describes the history of Kashmir in that particular book. So Kallana himself, he is written in his own text that he had critically examined the various sources like the inscription, coins, remains of ancient monument, dynastic records, and local tradition while writing his history or while writing his book, that is the Rajatarangini. So that's why we can trust that this particular book, which narrates the true conceptual framework or the true side of that particular history. Okay, so this is a part of the medieval period, that is the 12th century CE. So remember this Rajatarangini name of book written by Kallana. Let's move ahead. In a medieval Indian in the medieval India, the historians in the court of Muslim rulers were influenced by Arabic and Persian historiography. So this Arabic and Persian historiography has an influence on some of the historians who are present in the court of Indian Mughal or the Indian Muslim rulers like Mughal, Adil Shah, Qutub Shah, different sultanates, Lodi, Ghulam dynasty, Lodi dynasty, Khilji dynasty, all these things. Okay, so among them, Zuaddin Baroni hold an important place. In Turuk-e-Firuz-Shahi, a book written by him, stated the purpose of historiography. Okay, so this particular person is a very important role from these Muslim rulers historian. Okay, so his name as Zuaddin Bairuni. He wrote Tuzuk-e-Firuz-Shahi. Okay, and in his book he stated the purpose of historiography. So why the writing of history is important, he stated in his book. According to him, the historian's duty is not limited only to recording of a ruler's valor, political policies of welfare, but he should also write about the rulers failing and incorrect policies. Okay, so you can able to observe over here whatever positive, negative, good and bad thing happened during that time. He is focused on that. He stated that not only the good thing or the only welfare policies taken by that particular ruler or the valor means the Shaurya Gatha of that particular ruler, that only we don't have to written in the book, but also we have to focus on the ruler's failing. Suppose he defeated in some war or he implemented some incorrect policies or whatever decision he make that become incorrect during course of time. So all these things also we have to include in history, that then and then only we can able to judge the any historical event properly. Okay, so that is stated by this Bairuni. He further says that a historian should also take into consideration the impact of teaching of the wise and learned men, then different saints, on cultural life of people. Okay, the Bairuni expanded the scope of historiography in this way. So you can observe here the broad perspective of this Bairuni, and he also discovered the or he also expand the scope of this historiography in the sphere of teaching of wise person, the learned men, and the different saint. There are Kabir or there are different Sufi saint. You might have heard about the Hazrat Nijamuddin junction near the Delhi. It is a railway station near Delhi. This Hazrat Nijamuddin is a Sufi saint who lived near this Delhi. Okay, during this I think Lodi period. So that's why that particular region is known as Hazrat Nijamuddin. Okay, after that Sufi saint. So he broadened up the sphere of historiography. He also stated that we have to include the teaching of the wise people, different saint, learned people, and cultural life of people in the books which is written on history. Then and then only we can able to judge that particular period's history properly. Okay, so this is the role of this Bairuni in historiography. For the historians in Mughal court, praising the emperor and exhibition of loyalty became more important. इसका मतलब क्या है कि जिसे हम भाट बोलते हैं। देखो भाट मतलब क्या होता है कि जो सिर्फ राजा की स्तुति करता है, उसके ऊपर उसके गुणगान करने वाले पोवाडेज या कुछ शौर्य गाथा वाले जो सॉन्ग्स है वो लिखता है, तो उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं कि प्रेजिंग द किंग, praising the emperor, and exhibition of loyalty towards that particular emperor is a very prevalent during later Mughal kings. So the custom of adding suitable poetic quotes and beautiful pictures was also introduced in historical books. Okay, so when that particular person or the poet, they used to praise the king from their poetry or from their writing, if he is a writer, then all these things they added suitable poetic quotes and beautiful pictures in their historical books. So that was introduced during this later Mughal period. The Babur, the founder of Mughal Empire, wrote a autobiography. What do you mean by autobiography? It is a biography of any particular person written by himself or herself. That is a autobiography. The Babur wrote his own autobiography. He wrote about his own life in that book, which is entitled at Tuzuk-e-Babari. It contains the description of battles fought by him. Babar also recorded his minute observation of various regions and cities traveled by him, including the local economy, customs, and the flora and fauna of that particular region. So you might have heard about that. This all the Mongol tribe, they lived in Mongolia. They are just hunter and gatherers, the nomadic people who are the resident of this Mongolia, Central Asian country. And when there is an invasion of different group of people, different group of tribal people on this Mongol, they used to run away from that particular Mongolia. They used to travel in Afghanistan, and after Afghanistan, from Khyber Pass to the plains of Punjab in India, and later on they conquered Delhi also. Okay, so they came from Mongolia via Afghanistan, and whatever cities they conquered, whatever places they visited during their travel journey, entire thing that Babar included in his book, that is a Tuzuk-e-Babari. Okay, the custom economy, the local flora, so entire thing he included in his book. So if you want to study the economy or the customs and the flora of that particular period, then this Tuzuke Babari is the best historical document for you. Okay, so in this way the narration of history taking place by different scholars. Okay, then there is a different persons like Abul Fazl. He wrote the Akbarnama. Akbarnama is nothing but the biography of uh, Emperor Akbar. Okay, so written by Abul Fazl, he is the writer in the court of Mughal Emperor Akbar. Okay, so it's a very important from viewpoint of critical historiography. His method of collecting authentic historical document and their scrutiny is looked upon as a devoid of biased and hence a realistic. So though he is during the reign of this Akbar, but he written down his book from authentic historical document and the scrutiny of different historical event based on different historical uh, evidences. So that's why his history is devoid of bias, means biasless है, किसी भी prejudice से परे है, कोई भी prejudice उसमें है ही नहीं. तो ऐसी realistic history है उसकी, उसने जो लिखी हुई है वो, so ऐसा हम मान सकते हैं. Then there is a Bakar, an important type of historical document of medieval time. It contains the eulogies of heroes and stories of historic events, battles, lives of great men. Okay, in that particular book. So Bakar is a regional book, we can able to say. It is basically written in Maratha Empire. The persons who are there in the court of Maratha Empire, or the travelers who are there in Maratha Empire. So they wrote this Bakar. It is a very important type of medieval history. Okay, इट कंटेन्स द यूलॉजीज ऑफ हीरोज. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय यूलॉजीज? जो भी शौर्य गाथाएं हैं या जो भी अच्छे काम है, जो भी स्तुतिपद कौतुकास्पद जो भी टास्क होते हैं अलग अलग हीरोइक पर्सनालिटीज के, लाइक छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज, संभाजी महाराज और द पेशवा बाजीराव. वो जो छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज का एस्केप था फ्रॉम मुगल इम्प्रिजनमेंट. ओके, सो ही ran away from that boxes of mithai. Okay, so that is a eulogy of that particular heroistic person. So that such a eulogies of different people or different war heroes, their stories or the historic events, battles, life of great men, everything is included in such a buckers. Okay, so Marathi Bakars are of various types. Sabasat Bakar was written by Krishnaji Anand Sabasat during the reign of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, who is the son of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Is an important Bakar for getting information about the rule of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, so this Ananta Krishnaji Ananta Sabasat, he is one of the person from Ashtapradhan Mandal of Maratha Empire. And during Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, he wrote a book named as Sabasat Bakar, which has a thorough description of the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaja's rules. Okay, the different policies of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in that particular book. Okay, the Bhau Bakar describes the Battle of Panipat. You might have seen the Panipat movie. There is the character of Peshwa Bhau Sahib. Okay, he is the son of Chimaji Appa and the nephew of the Nana Sahib Peshwa. Okay, sorry, the Bajirao Peshwa and the cousin of Nana Sahib Peshwa. So he describes the Battle of Panipat in this particular Bakar. Another Bakar named as Panipatchi Bakar. It is also about the same event. Then there is another Bakar named as Holkar and Kaifiyat. They provide the information about the Holkars and their contribution towards the Maratha rule. So Holkar is a very famous Sardar of Indore. Okay, they established the Maratha rule over the Indore Ujjain area. So whatever struggle they done to establish the Maratha rule over there, so entire thing, the entire kaifiyat of their struggle they wrote in this Holkaranchi Kaifiyat Bakar. Okay, the Bakar can be divided into various types based on the biographies of king, then the dynastic history, description of different historical event, then the history of different sect. What do you mean by sect? Sect is nothing but the what we can say, it is like Warkari sect or the Sufi sect. It is a sub part of culture or the religion activity. Okay, so that is a sect. Then autobiographies of different person or king or the different sardars. Okay, then regarding the grievances, what do you mean by grievances? It is a some sorrow or the suffering of any particular king or particular group of society. So that is regarding grievances based on mythologies. So some buckers they are based on mythologies and the state administration by a king. So these buckers are divided into various types based on the narration they are depicting in their writing. Okay, so they are based on different biographies, autobiographies, dynastic history, or the history of different sect regarding different grievances. Okay, and the state administration by king. So remember all these subtypes of buckers. Then there are some books which are very important to understand the historiography of medieval period. So Al Bairuni, he wrote in Arabic about the Indian knowledge and social life. So remember, this might be asked in your exam. So this Al Bairuni, he wrote in Arabic about the Indian knowledge and social life of our country. In the following period, many books about India were written by foreign scholars. Among them, to name a few are Hassan Nizami. His book is Tajul Masair. Okay. Then the next one is the Mihaz A Siraj. Then Tabakat A Nasiri, where wrote by Amir Khusro. So the first book was this Hassan Nizami, and the latter two books it is written by Amir Khusro. Remember this thing. Then Tuzuk A Taimuri, an autobiography of Taimur Lung. Okay, Taimur Lung, it is again that Mongol descendant Taimur. Okay, who was also known as Amir Taimur. Okay, who invaded India. Tariq A Mubarak Shahi. Okay, by the Yahya bin Ahmad Sarhindi. So it is written by this Yahya bin Ahmad Sarhindi. Their accounts provide us the historic information about the Sultanate period. So all these are the Mughal rulers or the Mughal court writers. So they used to written down such a different books, and these are the very important books which provides us the account to understand the historic information about this Sultanate period. Okay, then accounts of foreign travelers in India are also important. Among them, the Ibn Battuta, Abdul Razak, Marco Polo, Niccolo Conti, then Barbosa, Domingo Pace. These are the different European and the Chinese traveler. Sorry, not Chinese. They are the Tibetan. This Ibn Battuta. Okay, so all these travelers, they came in India. They wrote different travel blogs. They different books. They wrote different books, and all their accounts they are very important to understand this history. Okay, their account provides us with historic information of medieval India. Ishwardas Nagar, Bhimsen Saxena, Khafi Khan, Niccolo Manucci were among the historians of Aurangzeb's times who wrote accounts whose accounts are the important sources of Mughal history. So remember about these names: Ishwardas Nagar, Bhimsen Saxena, Khafi Khan, and Niccolo Manucci. So by their name, you can identify from which region they might have came from. This Niccolo Manucci, either he is Portuguese or the Italian, because you can able to sense the रीजनल आइडेंटिटी ऑफ देयर नेम। ओके, आप कोई भी नाम अगर सुनते हैं तो तुरंत जज कर पाते हैं ना ये किस रीजन का होगा, कुछ तो आइडिया आपको लगता है। सो इन दिस वे, these are the travelers from different part of the world. They came in India, they travel across the India, they wrote about the different kings, their policies, their administration. Okay, so all these books, they are the very famous account to understand the medieval historical period. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you like the session, do give thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe YouTube channel so you will get the notification of upcoming video session on time. So thank you for your time, your attention, and have a nice day.